God, attempt at video, take 3. Jeez. Sorry. Yeah, this is the third attempt at making this damn video. It's annoying me. The first time, I didn't like the video. I didn't want to upload it. I thought it was a bit moany, a bit naggy. The second time, I forgot to delete the first time, so I didn't have any memory. And here we are, at number 3. I did so much of the last video and then it cut. And because obviously I've told you my laptop, I can't edit. I'm going to have to do it again. Bear with me. I'm going to say everything all over again. Now! Okay, I don't want this video to be a naggy or anyone, that's why I deleted the first one. This is a happy time for me. I checked my analytics yesterday. I check them once a month, because that's all I need to really. Not to see how much money I've got in there, not to see how many likes or dislikes or comments even, not even shares. I think the one thing every YouTuber looks to see rise and wants is more than anything is favourites, you know. And I've never asked you to favourite any of my videos because I don't know if they're your favourites. How can I? You know, I wouldn't blame you if they weren't. I've got to be honest. But you know, I think it's one thing you can't ask someone to do. People say like, favourite. No. If you think my video is good enough to favourite, then you do it because it's brilliant. It's a brilliant feeling when someone favourites your video. I looked at my analytics yesterday, and for the first time I have favourites. Someone has favourited my videos. I don't know who, I don't know what psychopath out there thought, oh, this was a good video, I'll have watched that later, at a later date. Because I'm not going to say how many favourites I've got, because it's not many. But, you know, it really cheered me up yesterday that someone, anyone, would favourite my videos. And like I say, I can't ask you to do that. I can't ask you to do that, can I? No. No, it's like saying, well actually I do that on Sky, it's like saying, series link our show, once you've watched one, series link it, because you'll love the next one. I didn't like this one, you'll love the next one. It's like that, isn't it? Although that's like subscribing, I suppose. So I can't really ask you to do that either. Please do that. Please subscribe. Anyway, in my first attempt at this video, I talked a lot about how I look to the right in all of my videos, like this. What am I doing? What am I looking at? Nothing. When I do that, I'm not looking at anything. It's just to take my eyes off the camera, because I'm staring at myself, talking into a camera. And it's really surreal to do that. Never done it before since I started YouTube, just talking in a room on my own. And I think you really have to get used to doing that, because it's so unnatural to just start talking to yourself. So in my first video, you'll have seen I was very, I want to talk about this. It wasn't, looking to the right here, and it wasn't natural. So I think looking away from the camera is sort of my way of dealing with the fact that I am literally stood in my parents' bedroom talking to myself. Yeah, so I uploaded that last video yesterday. It's now Thursday, the something of July, and basically in my first attempt at this video I talked about illness and politics, which aren't very cheery, are they? So let's talk about, I haven't planned this video, I haven't planned it at all. Let's talk about illness anyway, I think. It's what I plan to talk about, so let's talk about it. Well, I watched a programme the other day called, what was it called? Animal Hoarding, Confessions of an Animal Hoarder. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about last time. I'll talk about it now. Do you think animal hoarding is a real disease? Do you think it is? Because it's very much a first world disease, isn't it? You know, you wouldn't get an African who was struggling for food hoarding cats, going, oh, got too many cats. Have you? Do you want to cook them? Yeah, Sam. You wouldn't get that, would you? I mean, if you've ever watched the programme, it's really odd, because what they do is at the start they introduce them, and that's the most interesting bit, the introduction, because they're all mental. They're all religious and mental. I was watching one earlier today actually, and she said, "Oh, when I was younger, I used to smoke a bit of weed, you know, fuck all the guys. That's how I roll." She was a woman, and and then she went, "But you know, the Lord has cast down upon me all these cats to look after." And I'm thinking, you're a Christian, yet you just admitted to sleeping about and doing drugs. America's a very backwards place for that kind of thing. Not all of it, obviously. I'm not being stereotypical of all Americans that are all Christian and that sort of thing, but it does just seem to be that Christianity and animal hoarding go hand in hand. You can't have animal hoarding without Christianity. Somewhere along the line, it's always, God has given me these animals to look after. I'm slapping my hands together here. I'm not doing anything else, honestly. So they think God's given them these animals to look after when He hasn't. He's given them the animals. Well, He hasn't, has He? Because He doesn't exist, does He? What happened is some animals have gone, God, it's a bit crap that we've been kicked out of our old house, isn't it? And the other cats who can talk have gone, yep, it's a bit rubbish. And then this woman, this mental Christian woman, has gone out and gone, cats, and captured them and fed them. And you know, they can leave, these cats, because you know they can go outdoors and that. But obviously they're not going to leave because they get food at her mental house. And so she thinks because they stay with her, that's God. So yeah, that was what I wanted you to comment. Do you think it's a real disease? Am I being too harsh on animal hoarders because I don't think it's a real disease? Yeah, that was it. The outcome of all of the programs is just get rid of the cats, get rid of the dogs, get rid of the snakes, get rid of the rats. And you think that someone over the 5 years that she's been hoarding these things could have just gone, oi, your ass stinks, there's shit up the wall, get rid of the fucking cats. And she'd go, gee, that's a good idea, that. I never thought of that. I was thinking, I keep trending shit, what's happening? Oh, fucking cats everywhere shitting and pissing about. Yeah, it ruins their life. They know it's ruining their life, and yet they don't think of the conclusion of, I am going to get rid of these cats because they are bloody nuisance. So the other programs I've been watching, you know Cherrie Healy? Yeah, I've been watching her program, a series called Get a Life. How to Get a Life, and I really like Cherrie Healy. I mean, who doesn't? You know, not only just because she's incredibly fit, but because she's really clever and she's got a good grasp on stuff and she wants to learn and you know that crap. But I was going to talk about what one of the programs she was doing a few weeks ago, which was about body image and shit like that. Don't know if anyone saw it. It might be on the iPlayer still. If it is, I would insist that you go and watch it because it's incredible. There was a guy I can't remember his name, but he was, you know, men. What has happened? I mean, look at me. Look at my hair. Well, I should have a skinhead. But this guy, he was something else. He put his makeup on in the morning, took about 2 hours or whatever, and then he'd use hairspray to make sure his makeup stayed on his fucking face. He'd have tanning injections into his stomach to give him a tan. Then he'd stick on some fake tan. Then he'd go down the tanning salon and get fucking tanned with a big burning cookie oven thing. And I mean, what? He lived in like Blackpool or something. Like, what are you doing? No one's going to walk around and go, God, that must be natural. All the time, 365 days a year, a natural tan. No, come on, who are you trying to kid? And he was like, I want to be in like Hollywood or whatever, and I wouldn't think twice about stepping over other people to get there. He's going to have to step over a lot of people, isn't he? He didn't say whether he was gay, but he was. Always like the way it's going. Because there was a statistic, like 1 in 10 men admit to having tanning stuff or whatever, or waxing stuff, and I've never done that. The thought of it makes me feel really weird. Could you imagine that, going into a tanning salon, taking all your clothes off while a woman sprays you with brown stuff? I mean, that sounds really bad. That does. Sounds like fucking 2 girls, 1 cup, doesn't it? Yeah, they had their clothes on, Jesus Christ. So yeah, there was another girl. Oh, there was a guy actually. I'm not going to be sexist. There was a guy as well. There was 2 guys. There was a guy and a girl. There was, you know, like a guy, and there was a girl, and there was a guy and a girl. And they'd accumulated like over 200 sexual partners between them. Not like between them like a sandwich, like a world record attempt or anything. But let's say, you know, she was a slapper, and he was a legend. No, I'm not really joking. I'm not a sexist like that. But yeah, she was just like your typical fucking. She was like Stacey Solomon, you know her. Although she's quite intelligent, you know. I watched I'm a Celebrity, and she has some good opinions. But this woman, she doesn't have any opinions at all. She just wants to fuck, and you know, she was one of them women. It's just stupid. Yeah. And yeah, the bloke had a bit more nous about him, because I think when you're a bloke, and you people say, well, you know, women say, you know, we say that when women have sex with lots of men, they're, you know, a slapper, and when men have sex with lots of women, they're a god. But it's much more difficult for a man to have sex with lots of women, isn't it? Because, you know, if an half good-looking woman winks at you in a bar, but you have to really work for a woman, don't you? Jesus Christ. So, yeah. There was something else on that programme. I don't know. Can't even remember. Do you watch Beauty and the Beast? That new programme on Channel 4? That's kind of like that as well. Disgusting, isn't it? Not like you know, like that woman on it the last time. She wanted her daughter to get a nose job and all that shit. Sort out your frown lines. Jesus Christ, I'm 16. How many fucking frown lines? And she, the woman on there, who'd had all this work, she looked disgusting. She was like, I want to feel beautiful. You don't look beautiful after all that surgery. You look like a skeleton with melons under your top. You know, a rubber dinghy for lips. And pretty disgraceful behaviour to tell your daughter to have some surgery. I'm just going to talk about telly and the body beautiful, that kind of stuff. Have you ever seen? Do you ever watch Come Dine With Me? Do you ever watch that shit? I don't know if you've been watching it this week, but there's a woman on there, eyelashes like fucking Tower Bridge. Never been to Tower Bridge, but yeah, like that. Couple of spiders, couple of daddy long legs on her eyes. She's got them fucking gigantic fish lips. Is that what people find beautiful now? Because she was a fucking model. You know? Why? Why this? Why? Somebody tell me why this? Why? I mean, they weren't even nice. They were like clumped together, like there was like 3 spikes of them because they'd all clumped, and yeah, I'm making myself feel sick. So, I just want to thank you for the favourites. If you're one of those people whose favourite is, if you're one of my 7 subscribers, thank you very much. It means a lot that not only the people that I've bribed into subscribing me by promising Ultimate Team players when I get to 1,000, I will still give you those players. It's just going to be a fucking long time. You know, if you do want those players, tell your friends to subscribe, and then the quicker I get to 1,000, which will never happen, the quicker I can get a winner out there. Give those £100,000 players away, because I really want to, because Ultimate Team's fucking me off a bit, to be honest. Yeah, getting really pissed off with it. So I might raise the bar. I might give you every player in my club, and I'll tell you what, I've got about 400 players in the club. Probably worth about $1 million, I'd say, when you added it all together. So if you get me to that 1,000, I'll give you £1 million coins worth of players. The bribing will never stop. The bribing. Yeah. This is good. This is. Oh, I've got to end it now, otherwise I won't be able to upload it.